All we can try and do is prevent him from getting into a rhythm and try to force him into tough shots. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. And Denver has possession, following the bucket by the Lakers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Chandler. They get it again. Fareed. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Fareed has been a handful. He already has 8 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Hickson's checked in. Now, here's Clarkson. 8 points his last outing. Back to Russell. Lets it fly, and the bank shot is good. Russell's got his second bucket of the night. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Getting back to Fareed, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. You know, he's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 14.
And Denver is out to take their first time out here. And the Lakers with some changes. Tariq Black, he's checked in for Hibbert. And Nick Young is subbed in for Kobe. Moutier kicks to Fareed. The feed now to Chandler. Back to Fareed. Dishes it to Hickson. Out to Chandler. From the baseline. It's rebounded by Bass.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Russell with a wide-open look. And the Lakers take on 2 more.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Moutier with the ball. 9 points last game out. Good on the 13-footer. Lakers trail by 4. Outside, Russell. From deep 3-point range. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 5.
He's hit the ground running here in the first, putting together a nice quarter offensively.
Fareed, a screen on Russell. Here's Moutier. Can't hit. And the Lakers take it the other way. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. 2 teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now here's Moutier after D'Angelo Russell's miss. J.J. Hickson grabs the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 3. Chandler with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. To the left wing. Gallinari wide open. Nailed from 3-point land. Gallinari's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. Foy comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Nelson, no luck.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Curtis passes to Black. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing. Playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Now, here is Nelson. He dishes it to Arthur. That one wide left.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Feeds it to Gallinari. Hickson sets the screen for Gallinari. And the shot is good. Gallinari's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Now, here is World Peace. His three-pointers off the mark. Nelson dishes to Gallinari. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson. And it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Lou Williams is checked in for Nance. Nelson outside. To the left side wing. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Gallinari got it off in time, but it's no good. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Kobe Bryant, dealing with the wear and tear of decades in the league, he talks about how he remains effective.
Well, you have to make adjustments. You try to figure out what you can and can't do, and you have to try to learn that pretty quickly and figure out how effective you can be. And so it's just about making adjustments.
Well, Kobe's age, and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments, or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
And it's been gang rebounds. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
Russell is out there with Williams. And it's Young.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And here we go again. The Lakers on the break. Reverses. Russell inside. He's guarded by Chandler. Hibbert. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Chandler kicks to Moutier. Back to Chandler. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the high post. A rebound by the Lakers.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Russell passes to Williams. From outside, off the mark. For Denver, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Chandler dishes to Moutier. Here's Jokic. He's defended by Randall. Jokic, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Russell kicks to Randall. The drive by Russell. Young with no one around. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his third assist on the night. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Denver. Kenneth Faried comes in for LeBron. Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Barkley only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Russell passes to Young. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Now, here's Moutier. 6 points for him.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game.